Everybody,
Yeah.
Kimberly Majeski here, coming to you live from my car with the beautiful and so impactful Jillian Quainoo. How are you doing this morning, Jill?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good. Just being in your presence, I feel more calm,
Oh,
more centered, and more grounded. So thanks for that. I was just telling Jill on the pre moments, it's already been a morning. We had a 2 hour delay here, and that just threw my whole day into a spin. I'm sure some of you can relate out there in Mommyville. Um, but here we are. So we're just a little bit late on our live this morning, but hey, that's what girls who run the world do, right? We're mamas, and we have to do the things. So hope that some of you could still join us this morning. You can watch the replay, but I'm so excited to be talking to my good friend Jill today about her upcoming course, Healed and Healthy and Healed.
healthy and healed. Yes.
She just told me Healthy and Healed, for our Rise Academy kicking off January 31st.
Yeah.
Jill, would you believe I am sitting in the parking lot
Uh-huh.
of my workout? So I am just about to go clock my workout today as
Awesome.
we're talking about this. So I follow you. I have benefited so much from your wisdom in the space of wellness
Hmm.
and the way that you just approach that from balance and a place of holistic kind of perspective. So
Mhm.
I've wanted you guys to have Jill connect with you all and offer a course for a while now. So Jill, tell us a little bit for these women who maybe don't know you yet.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about who you are and about your expertise and what you bring to the holistic wellness space.
Yes. So, welcome everyone. I look forward to connecting with you all in the course. And just a little bit about me. So, I'm a dietitian, and a dietitian is just a fancy word for someone who studies food and how food can impact the body. So, I first got interested in this field because I'm a church girl as well. And growing up, I was always hearing every Sunday somebody talking about how they were struggling with diabetes or heart disease or something else during testimony time, and it was the same story every single time. And I was like, okay, there has to be something that can be done. Something has to be done.
Because the church folk, we love to eat. I
Uh,
mean, it's so much a part of our gathering table,
yes,
and food is just a part of our culture. Yeah.
yes, it definitely is. It's the one thing that we can indulge in for many of
Hmm.
us. That's how many of
Hmm.
us feel. And so I witnessed it at church. I witnessed it within my family, and I was like, okay, I have to figure out what's going on here. And when I went down that rabbit trail, I found out that nutrition is not necessarily what most people think it is. So if you all follow me on social media, I talk a lot about like diet culture and having a holistic perspective to your health versus trying to say, okay, I'm going to only do salads now, or I'm going to go vegan and then I'll be better. Instead, I discovered that being healthy is understanding like what are the root issues that affect how I take care of myself and how I think about my health status. So, like, for example, how do I see myself? How do I see my identity? How do I see my purpose? How does my childhood affect how I take care of myself? How do I think about my relationships? How have I thought about how I take care of myself in regards to the future? And as Christians, how do I think about my health in regards to the calling that God has placed on my life? Do I consider that as a part of my calling? So those are the different things that I began to research, and I discovered so many great things. And it brought me down a path of actually getting training in chaplaincy. So I took a period of time and I worked as a chaplain. Um, in mental health facilities. This was in the Chicago area. And I would do spiritual wellness classes. And that was one of my favorite experiences because I just got to connect with people and talk to them about what does it look like to have spiritual wellness. And one of the things that I would talk to them about is I would say, okay, I want you to think about your spirit as that first recognition of yourself when you wake up in the morning. Many of these people, they didn't have a faith base. So I was trying to help them to figure out, like, okay, where do I start? And I basically put all these things together. And this is what I bring in regards to holistic wellness. So it's been great, a great journey for me. It's been a great journey for my family. My husband and I, we talk about it all the time. Like, okay, how can we make this realistic for us? Because we know that's another part of it too. Like, it has to be realistic. I mean, let's be honest, the American lifestyle is not necessarily a lifestyle that makes it easy to take care of yourself.
Right, because you're a first lady
Yes.
and you have two kids.
Uh-huh.
So you got a lot going on there. And you talk about this. We're gonna put up Jill's social media channels and her website and ways that you can follow along because it is an incredible follow. You need to follow her on Instagram and see her stories and her reels. She's got really good snippets of advice daily that she puts out, recipes.
Hmm.
This girl can cook and
Oh.
she shows you how to do it in ways that are easy and quick and hacks that get you around, things you can do on the fly, which I really appreciate, Jill. But yeah, like you're holding it down. You're a mama, you're a wife, you're a professional.
Hmm.
Um, but you have this way of bringing wellness to us in this way that is both spiritual
Hmm.
and balanced. I never feel like guilty or shamed or that it's about size or that it's about the numbers on the scale. It's about taking care of myself, my spirit,
Hmm.
honoring who God made me to be. And that's what I think, in my humble opinion, is
Hmm.
unique and special about the way that you teach and serve in this capacity.
Hmm. No, thank
Um, yeah. Now I know you just did something with the Chicago Bears. Did you whip them into shape? Like, are they better off now that they've been through the Jillian Quainoo process?
you. Yeah. So I got connected to the Chicago Bears through the dairy industry. Um, Funny enough, through Instagram, they found me on Instagram and they were like, "Hey, we want to work with you." I was like, "Oh, this is awesome." So
Yeah.
I got connected to them. And last year, I did a program with the Bears where I went to different schools around the Chicago area. And it would be various Bears player and me. And we would talk to teenagers about self determination, about health, about mental wellness. We would just share our stories and try to encourage them. So that was a great experience. I really enjoyed that. That was fun. So
Yeah.
I got to meet one of the um, what's the right word? I don't know. One of the well, the founding family. I forgot what is their name for the Bears.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot their last name, but one of the relatives. He came to one of the visits, so I got to meet him. He's on the board. I got to meet several of the players, so that was fun. And then this year, they asked me to put together an event for Martin Luther King Day. And basically, the event was supposed to be a service day, and then it was supposed to be a community wellness day where we encourage teenagers in the Chicago area to come out and to serve and then learn about health and wellness on CPS out of school day to prevent violence. Because on days when there's no school, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's in Chicago or where it is, kids can get in trouble. So
Mm-hmm.
that was the goal of that, and that was really cool that they asked me to put that together as well. However, due to the extreme cold that we've been having in the Chicago
Yeah.
area, I don't know if you all have been having it out in Indiana, but like it was ridiculous. What was that last week?
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to postpone it, and now we're going to do it for Black History Month. So the new date is going to be February 19th. It's going to be from
Okay.
12 to 4. And they're actually coming to our church. So we're going to have the Chicago Bears at Covenant Faith Church of God. It's going to
That's
be awesome.
awesome. I
Yeah.
might have to scoot over there for that. Hear one of my favorite preachers, Timothy Quainoo.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Well, you all can tell this woman knows what she's talking about. She's doing great things in her community, in the wellness space. Jill, tell us a little bit what we can expect from your Arise Academy course, what women are going to walk away with who take this course with you.
Yes. So, first and foremost, anybody who has ever gone to a class with me or has ever worked with me one on one or in a group, you already know that I don't start with food. So, the first class is just going to be talking about okay, what are some of these root issues that we can address? So, we'll be talking about healing from the root issues. And of course, this is just, a short course. So, this is
Mhm.
not, one and done. All right, we talked about it, we're done. No, this is a good start. So I'll be
Mhm.
talking to you all about like how can you think about it realistically? How can
Mhm.
you create a system for yourself so that way you can start addressing these issues? And then
Mhm.
how can you create a system in a way so that way it's a journey rather than
Mm.
looking at it as an event. And that's a big thing that I talk a lot about. Like an event is okay, if I do X, Y, and Z, then I'll get this result. But when you see it as a journey, then you see it as okay, God has me on a path. And
Mhm.
right now, this is the season that he has me in, and these are the tools that he's given me. So I'm going to see what I can do to deal with what I have in front of me. I'm going to bring it to the Lord. I'm going to see what the Lord reveals to me in this season. And I'll be okay with what I understand, and I'll give it to the Lord if it's hard, if I can't figure out something else. So it's being
Mhm.
in that place of tension between like dealing with those undercurrent issues, and at the same time being okay and learning how to be okay when you don't always have all the answers. So that's the first class, and from there we're also going to be talking about okay, what are some simple things that you can do to eat healthier? Okay, so like what how to go to the grocery store. I'll give you all like a little handout that gives you ideas like okay, this is where to shop, this is what to look out for, because the food companies, they try to trick us, which you can probably
Mhm.
see, just tons of marketing, all that. So we'll talk about that. And then we'll also talk a little bit about like, okay, what are some quick meals I can make? Like I said, the American lifestyle is one of the hardest lifestyles in my opinion. So we'll talk about like, okay, if I'm running, if I'm always going, what are some things that I can do to still make sure I'm taking care of myself? Okay.
Mhm.
And then the last class is going to be focused on how can I put these things together in a way that works for me? So it'll be an opportunity for us to be interactive with each other and to talk about like, okay, let's write out a plan how I can make this work for me.
Yeah.
Because with a lot um, of the health advice out on the internet or just out in the world, it's very generalized. And a lot of it can be helpful, but it's also good to think about, okay, but what do I need? Because something that may work for one person might not work for somebody else. So
Right. That's right.
yeah, that's what we will be talking about.
I love it.
Hmm.
Well, Allie and I have already said, I mean, we've been trying to get you to do this for so long, so we'll be on the front row in your class. We're so excited about it. Everybody wants to start a new program in January and be the best
Hmm.
that they can be for the new year. But this is really a chance to, as you said, begin a journey of
Hmm.
awareness, of healthfulness,
Hmm.
of holistic balance and approach of good self care,
Hmm.
because we want to honor the temple that our bodies are for the Spirit of the
Hmm.
Lord. And so we're really looking forward to you leading us through that. So thanks so much. And I'm so
Thank you.
excited. Thanks for chatting with me a little bit today. Again, we're going to put down the link of how you can sign up for Jill's class. It kicks off January 31st. You don't want to miss it. Uh, all our courses are $89. You get all this information. You get free one-on-one time, live Q&A with your faculty, Jillian Quainoo, and courses, free videos that come up every week. You're going to have, as you heard from her, cheat sheets and handouts that you're going to be able to use in the grocery store shopping, activities for yourself. All this is included. If you're an Arise member, then you get a 10% discount for the courses. Anyway, we have the links down below for you to sign up, and then also for you to follow Jill on all her socials because it's a really good follow. Thanks again. Say hi to my friend, Pastor Tim, and the baby kids. You guys take good care, and we'll see you soon.
All right. See you later.
All right. All right. Thanks.